Schneider ID. Now, Schneider ID is a lower-cost German-made pen. Interesting, the company actually has quite a commitment to the environment and sustainable manufacture and so on. I didn't know that when I bought the pen. The pen just kind of caught my eye. It has this kind of sharp-looking raspberry thing on the cover, or not cover, cap, and then there was another one here. They actually had a green version also, a chrome version. I can't remember if there were other colors, but the raspberry was what caught my eye because I immediately thought Noodler's Ottoman Rose. Now that is not the ink that I have in here, although when I first inked it up, that is. We'll just cover it a little bit, and then we'll delve into the writing. So what you have here, this is sort of just a plain finial plastic. The barrel is actually, you can see the converter in there. It's actually a very dark smoked barrel. So you can actually see the ink level, but it's not a demonstrator at all. Computer just did something goofy. Okay, but it's not really a demonstrator. The chrome, whatever. And then the grip, if you look at it, it does have some smooth spots. But it's not that triangular grip like you'll find on a Lamy Safari or some of the Chinese pens. This finger rests comfortably in the grip. My other finger back here, the one you don't hold up, rests comfortably there. And the rest of it's round. And I think that works pretty well, so I like that. The nib reminds me of a Lamy nib, but it's decidedly not a Lamy nib. Open it up. It is a cartridge converter pen. It does not come with a converter. I didn't try buying a converter, but I have a damaged Delta Serena, so I just moved the converter from the Delta. And this is just a standard international converter. Only difference between this and normal converters is for reasons which you can explore elsewhere. Delta shaved a fraction of an inch off the top there, so it would fit in their pen. With this pen, it doesn't really matter. It just happened to be the converter I had free. The grip is a little bit rubberized. The cap is rubberized. Grip being rubberized, that actually feels kind of nice. My only concern with that, I have over there a Wacom Intuos pen. It's a few years old now, and the rubber's gotten kind of weird after using it for a number of years. And I'm concerned that if I own this for a number of years, the same thing will happen. I don't know. It's just a concern I have with rubberized grips. But in the meantime, it's comfortable. My Lamy ABC has a rubberized grip. That's another one that's gotten kind of goofy over the years. And maybe it's my particular chemistry. I don't know. The cap, like I said, is also rubberized. Has a little bit of the brand name there, Schneider, made in Germany. The thing I don't like, because it's rubberized, you got this goofy clip. Most of my pens, and of course, I wasn't thinking, I'm wearing a shirt with no pocket. Most of my pens I can comfortably just, if I'm wearing a pocket, just comfortably slip the pen in, the clip slides over the pocket, and we're good to go. In my pen storage case, I do the same thing with the elastic straps. This one doesn't work because that rubber is so grippy. Let's just try it here on this notebook. Let's see how well it does on paper. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to just slide on. Now, if I lift the clip and push it over, see, it shouldn't be this hard. Doggone it. That's annoying. And now that I'm not holding anymore, it is really tight. So, I don't think it's tight, actually. I think it's the friction against the rubber. So, if I wanted a concern about that, it would be that awful clip on the rubberized barrel. I think the clip is actually very unattractive. I wish they'd done a more ordinary clip, to be honest. But other than that, this is a surprisingly nice pen. So let's turn to the writing side of this. Like I said, I should have, if I'd been thinking, I would have done Noodler's Ottoman Rose, but was thinking the other day, well, I haven't used the Noodler's Golden Brown in a while. Whoops. So, this is a Schneider. As far as I could find, they didn't have different nib sizes, but I'd call it a medium. So, Schneider ID. There's nothing written on the nib. Oh. something on the side there. Didn't notice that before. We will slip on the magnifying glass and take a look. Because I can't read it with my naked... Whoops. Turn on the light bulb on the magnifying glass also. B. Okay, it's a broad nib. How about that? I could see it was 2 hoops, but I honestly could not make that out. So, broad nib. How about that? Close the parentheses, like a good algebra teacher. All right, let's move on. The ink in this is Noodler's Golden Brown, which is actually an attractive color. I wish the shading was a little darker, especially when it's dry. My main concern with Noodler's Golden Brown is when it sits in most pens for a while, it gets this orange hue, which I really, really, really don't care for. I think it oxidizes. When you look at this nib, do not look for a flex pen. I know I always write the word flex. It's because it has lots of curly cues in it. There may be a slight bit of line variation, but I think more of the line variation comes from the just slightly stub character of the nib. But very nice writer. I will say that. As far as wetness and flow, as you can see, it has no trouble keeping up there. As far as the smear test, which admittedly is as much a function of the ink as it is of the pen. But that's laying down a lot of ink, which is, I think, part of what's shown there. And then reverse writing, which, as I said, is always a surprise to me, because that is not something I ever do. I think I would call that an extra fine. So all in all, this is a good writer. It's smooth. It feels good in the hand. It may not be the most attractive pen, but I like writing with it. This is one I would actually ink it up more. Honestly, it's that clip is the reason I don't ink it up more, because it has to fit in my pen case, and I guess I can put it in the pen case without clipping it to the sides. So I hear weird noises outside. I have the curtain closed so we don't get the weird sunlight thing going on, but I can see in my preview over here that I'm quite overexposed. All right, let's move on and do our quote. I have the windows open because it's not hot here, but it's warm. One other thing I feel like I should mention, when I post it, I'm actually going to post it near the, or not post it, cap it. I'm going to actually post it near the microphone so you can hear it. It makes a satisfying click. When I unclip it, see, sounds good. And the pen does post, but I just posted it. It's very just like a mush on, mush off. So, and it's pretty secure when it's posted. So if you're into that kind of thing, go nuts. It also makes a cool suction sound. I hope that microphone picked that sound up. So now as far as value, yeah, this is a quality pen. And let's put it on the pen rest. This is a quality pen at a decent price. It's not a gorgeous pen. It actually looks cheaper than it is. But what you get is a very nice writing pen. Now, if I lost it, would I buy it again? Probably not. But since I have it, do I use it? Yes. This one is inked up not all the time. I have way too many pens, which is a situation I'm going to start dealing with. But it's a pen I do ink up, and when I start dealing with the situation of too many pens, this one will stick around because this is a nice pen where you can have a quality writing experience in conditions where the pen might get lost or damaged. So, yeah, I like it. So, hope that was interesting. Hope it was useful. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.